Hello dear learners, welcome to my channel Creative Learners. Today we'll start from page number 19 after the first oral comprehension check. A few moments later, we all lifted our eyes as a spectacular array of South African jets, helicopters and troop carriers roared in perfect formation over the Union buildings. So after the installation, after the ceremony, there was a spectacular show by jets. Spectacular means an impressive eye-catching display by South African jets, helicopters and troop carriers. Troop carriers means a vehicle to transport soldiers. They roared in perfect formation over the Union buildings. And it was not only a display of, it was not only a show of pinpoint. Pinpoint means which aimed with. Precision means accuracy, and military force means it was not a display of showing only military force but a display of military's loyalty. Loyalty means support, a strong feeling of support to democracy, to a new government that had been freely and fairly elected. Only moments before, the highest generals of the South African Defence Force and Police, their chest bedecked with ribbons and medals. Bedecked means adorned with, decorated with. From days gone by, saluted me. Means all the highest generals of South African Defence Force saluted Nelson Mandela and pledged and promised their loyalty, their support. I was not unmindful, I was not aware, I was not unconscious of the fact that not so many years before, they would not have saluted but arrested me. Means when Nelson Mandela was fighting against the white rulers, he was fighting against the racial discrimination, he was fighting against the policy of apartheid. In those times, these highest generals would not have saluted me but arrested me. Finally, a chevron means a pattern in the shape of V, of Impala jets left a smoke trail of the black, red, green, blue and gold of the new South African flag. The day was symbolized for me. It was a symbolic day by the playing of our two national anthems. Two national anthems were played. One showing the vision of whites that singing Kosi Sikaleli Africa, and blacks singing Die Stem that shows the vision of black, the old anthem of the Republic. Although that day neither group knew the lyrics of the anthem they once despised. Despised means they had a very low opinion of. They would soon know the words by heart. On the day of the inauguration, I was overwhelmed. I was overflowed with a sense of history. He remembers history. He remembers in the first decade of 20th century, a few years after the bitter Anglo-Boer War. Boer is a farmer. The second Boer War that lasted from 11th October 1899 to 31st May 1902 was fought between the British. It was also known variously as Boer War, Anglo-Boer War. And before my own birth, the white-skinned peoples of South Africa finished up their differences and erected means built a system of racial domination. Means he remembers how a system of racial domination was created against the black people in their own land. And the structure, the system they created formed the basis of one of the harshest, means it was the most harshest and most inhuman structures of the world, societies the world has ever known. Now in the last decade of the 20th century and my own 8th decade as a man, that system had been overturned forever. Now Nelson Mandela feels glad that this cruel system has been overturned and replaced by one that recognized the rights and freedoms of all peoples regardless of the color of their skin. He promised that in this new system, recognition would be given to the rights and freedoms of all people regardless of their color of their skin. That day had come about through the unimaginable sacrifices of thousands of my people. Here Mandela was talking about the unimaginable sacrifices of thousands of South African people. And he was talking about them specially because the suffering and courage of these people could never be counted or repaid. I felt that day, as I have on so many other days, that I was simply the sum of all those African patriots who had gone before me. As Mandela fought for the freedom and rights of South African people, but he didn't take credit to himself alone. That's why he mentioned that the victory of freedom struggle was actually the sum of all those African patriots who had left before him. And that long and noble line ended and now began again with me means Mandela had resumed their struggle against poverty, discrimination and suffering. But he felt pained also. He felt regretted that he was not able to thank them and they were not able to. They refer to all those people, those who had sacrificed their life. They were not able to see what their sacrifices had brought. The policy of apartheid, this cruel, unjust treatment that had been adopted by the white rulers, created a deep and lasting wound in my country and my people. All of us will spend many years, if not generations, recovering from that profound hurt. Means it was such a deep wound that would take generations to recover. But the decades of oppression means lot of suffering for a long period of time and brutality had another unintended effect. Means unintended means not planned. And what was that effect? That it produced the Oliver Tambos, the Walter Sislers, the Chief Luthlis, the Yusuf Dadus, the Bram Fishers, the Robert Subukovs of our time, men of such extraordinary courage, wisdom and generosity that their like may never be known again. Means Mandela here also emphasized that on the other hand, oppression had been responsible in producing extraordinary men of courage, wisdom and generosity. Perhaps it requires such depth of oppression to create such heights of character. It means he also emphasized that one who stands up to oppression and does not give in emerges as a rare gem. My country is rich in the minerals and gems that lie beneath its soil, but I have always known that its greatest wealth is its people, finer and truer than the purest diamonds. According to Mandela, that character is strengthened by the challenges and sufferings encountered by a person. Tougher the challenges, stronger is the character. So, according to him, the true wealth of his nation, its people who are finer and truer than the purest diamonds. And he considers the people to be richer than the minerals and gems beneath the nation's soil. It is from these comrades in the struggle that I learned the meaning of courage. Time and again I have seen men and women risk and give their lives for an idea. Mandela learned the meaning of courage from his comrades in the struggle for freedom. He repeatedly, time and again, saw men and women risking and giving their life for an idea. He saw them standing up to attacks and tortures, displaying remarkable resilience that defies the imagination. Resilience means the ability to deal with any kind of hardship and recover from its effect. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid but he who conquers that fear. Means according to Mandela, courage means overcoming fear and not the absence of fear. The brave always conquer fear, which give them strength to stand firmly against all the cruelties without breaking down. and the courageous people never feel afraid. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin. Means by birth nobody started hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. Mandela believes that love comes naturally to human heart while hatred is acquired. Even in the grimmest times in prison, when my comrades and I were pushed to our limits, I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the guards. Perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me and keep me going. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. He forms this opinion out of his own experience as a prisoner when he saw a glimmer of a sign of humanity in one of the guards. In the eyes of white prison guards at very crucial time. I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the guards. And the last he said, man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. Here Mandela compares man's goodness to a flame because it can never be blown out. It keeps glowing and keeps spreading light of hope. A flame means each human being has the light and fire of goodness in him. Never extinguished means to stop or get rid of an idea or feeling. Let's go for the oral comprehension check. First question is, how do the military generals do? How has their attitude changed and why? The military generals salute Nelson Mandela to express their loyalty to democracy. Their attitude has changed as Nelson Mandela is now the elected president of their country. In the past, they would have arrested him instead of saluting him. Next question. Why were two national anthems sung? The new democratic government of South Africa now represented both the communities. Thus, two national anthems were sung to honor the visions of both whites and blacks. How does Mandela describe the systems of government in his country in the first decade and in the final decade of the 20th century? In the first decade of 20th century, the political system in South Africa was based on apartheid. That was a period of racial discrimination. In the last decade, there was a remarkable change. The system of racial discrimination was demolished and replaced with a system based on equality and freedom for all. Next question. What does courage mean to Mandela? Mandela believes that courage does not mean the absence of fear. It means victory over fear. Next question. Which does he think is natural, to love or to hate? Nelson Mandela believes that love comes naturally to human heart while hatred is acquired. The rest of the lesson will cover under third part, the next part, and the description of that part, the link to that part will be given in the description. Thank you.